My name is Ryan Bromberek, and I'm from Dixon, Illinois. I think what comes to mind most for me is a time when someone was generous to me. My stepfather died suddenly. He committed suicide, and I actually got that news while I was out in the field with a group of clients. And this was at a different organization at the time. I was in Utah, way far away, removed from my family. It was a busy time of year. A lot of people who weren't at work were on vacation. We have ratios that we have to maintain with the kids. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get out of there to go home and be home with my family. And a director at the organization called pretty much everybody to see who was available. And my boss at the time, who was in his van on his way to start vacation with his family, got the phone call, turned his van around, and came into the field to relieve me so that I could go home and be with his family. He gave up his vacation with his family so I can go home and be home with mine at a time of need. And they sent flowers and gave me all of the support and resources that I need to come back to work and continue to do the work, because it was very similar to what I do here at Adventure Works. You're working with kids who are going through hard times, and some of those kids there are there with anxiety and depression and suicide ideations, and here's someone from my own family, suffering through that all along. And it was tough to go back into that and have that be so close to home. And at the same time, I had a whole team of people standing behind me and holding me up and supporting me through all of that, as well as the guys in the group that I was working with. No community stands alone in a vacuum, right? Like no individual even in a community stands alone in a vacuum. Everything's interconnected, everything moves together. And to be effective and successful and to provide that for the people that are going to be coming up next, for our youth who are going to be running our communities here in the blink of an eye, we need to share and we need to give what we can, if we're able to support those who don't have it. I think of Horton Hears a Who, that a person's a person no matter how small. I think we have an obligation, if we can provide something, that we ought to, and not because we want recognition, but because by helping somebody else, it's going to help the greater whole, which we are a part of.